2024 was a surprisingly good year for LEGO Disney. After a monumental 2023 that witnessed the Mouse House celebrating its 100-year anniversary, I half expected the theme to take a back seat in 2024. It turns out, though, my concerns were completely unwarranted. This was another stellar year for LEGO Disney. While nothing quite as significant as a brand new Disney castle or a third collectible minifigure series was released this year, we still got some banger sets, and I'm very excited to talk about them. So, without further ado, here are my picks for the top 10 LEGO Disney sets of 2024. Before I begin my list, I need to make a couple of specifications. Firstly, some of the sets on this list are technically from LEGO Ideas, but they are Disney IP, so I'm counting them. On the flip side though, I'm not counting anything from LEGO Star Wars or LEGO Marvel. Yeah, I know those are owned by Disney, but they don't really fit the Disney mold if you ask me. Additionally, I've already made top 10 videos for LEGO Star Wars and LEGO Marvel sets from this year, so go check those out in the meantime. Makes sense? Without further ado, let's begin my countdown. Number 10, 43243, Simba the Lion King Cub. The Lion King celebrated its 30th anniversary this past year, and LEGO actually gave us some proper representation from the movie for pretty much the first time in their history. Why it took The Lion King so darn long to actually get LEGO sets is beyond me. It might be the most beloved Disney movie ever made, but I'm glad they finally gave us something. Now, this is clearly the inferior Simba set from this year. Trust me, we'll talk about the other one much later on in this video, but it's a very good set, especially for the cheap $20 price. Growing up, all I could afford were sets in the $10 to $20 price range, and they were actually quality builds back in the day. However, these days, most of the cheap sets are gimmicky, like micro fighters, mechs, or battle packs, and we don't get too many substantial builds. But Simba the Lion King Cub here is a substantial build, and he looks pretty good. The limitations of the part count are on full display. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but for the price, I think this set is a big winner. Number 9, 40708, Mini Disney Ariels Castle. LEGO has made plenty of different scales of the Disney castle throughout the years, but we haven't gotten a whole lot of Ariel's Castle from The Little Mermaid. And yeah, I would definitely love to see a big set recreation of this location, but this small model will have to do for now. I think they nailed the colors and the detail of it with this build. It actually looks very solid if you ask me. The only thing I don't really like here is the fact that it has a mini doll instead of a mini figure on the side. I'm not really sure why they made that choice. In the same vein is number 8, 40720, Mini Disney Sleeping Beauty Castle. This is a very similar set, and I think this one is about the same quality of build as the last one. So why did it get one spot higher on my list? You guessed it, it comes with a Sleeping Beauty minifigure, not a Sleeping Beauty mini doll, and I'm always going to prefer sets that come with minifigs. Additionally, the build looks really good, and any Disney enthusiast will be happy to get this small scale recreation of an iconic location. Speaking of Sleeping Beauty, number 7 here is 43240, Maleficent's Dragon form and Aurora's Castle. Now, I actually think the castle build in this set kind of sucks. It's very dinky looking, not good at all, just a big facade and doesn't really feel complete to me. The star of this set is Maleficent Dragon. I am shocked we got such a good dragon build in a set that comes with mini dolls. Maleficent's Dragon is one of the coolest pieces of iconography from all of Disney's classic cinema, and I think LEGO recreated that here very well. It looks spot on, the shaping is great, the colors are fantastic, and it's big. Again, I don't like mini dolls, and I'm gonna stop beating that dead horse, but this build is so darn good, it was able to propel itself all the way to number 7 on my list. But that isn't the best mini doll set of the year. That title belongs to number 6, 43245, The Magical Madrigal House. Encanto really had a big moment in pop culture a few years ago. I saw the movie in theaters, and it was a pretty empty screening for how brand new the flick was at the time, but once it hit Disney Plus around Christmas in 2021, especially transitioning into 2022, this film blew up. We Don't Talk About Bruno was everywhere, and we're actually going to talk about Bruno a little bit later in this video. But obviously one of the best parts of the film was the Madrigal house itself. Even though the house, is a house, it's not an actual character, it had so much life to it and kind of became its own player within the film. And LEGO did make a Madrigal house to coincide with the release of the film a few years ago, but it was a $50 set and looked pretty good, but it wasn't anything crazy. This new version is 3 times the price and 3 times the quality. This is a great looking build. It's huge. You get so many fun characters. Don't love the mini dolls. Once again, I really need to stop beating that dead horse. I just can't. I hate them so much. But besides that, this is a beautiful looking build, and I'm really happy for Mega Encanto fans. You've finally got a definitive set from LEGO. Number 5, 43249 Stitch. I reviewed this set back in the spring, and I mentioned some of my flaws in that video. Go check out my review to find out exactly what those are. There are some issues, I think, from holding this LEGO Stitch back from being a truly great set like the rest of the entries on this list, but he's still really darn good. And look, it's Stitch. He's adorable, and it took way too long for LEGO to give us a brick-built rendition of him that wasn't a Brickhead's. Also, there's a brand new live-action version of Lilo and Stitch coming out next year, so get this set while it's hot. Number 4, 21352 Magic of Disney. This is a strange set. It's obviously from an ideas submission and it's very stylized. I've actually seen a lot of hate for this build online and I don't really agree with those criticisms. I think LEGO did a pretty bang up job with this design. Mickey's face has some odd shaping, but it's not bad by any means, and I think it's cool getting Sorcerer Mickey in this style. But where this set really shines are the small little vignettes from iconic Disney films, giving us some much needed Disney characters in minifigure form for the first time ever. I told you we were going to talk about Bruno later on this list because we got his 7-foot frame with rats along his back. Okay, I'm not gonna sing for the rest of this video, but we did get our first ever proper Encanto minifigure. We have plenty of Encanto mini dolls, but minifigures, not really. I would like to get, the main character Mirabelle at some point in time, but I'll digress about that. Bruno looks very cool. Oh yeah, we also get Belle, one of the most iconic Disney princesses of all time for the first time ever. I have no clue why she was never made into a minifigure up until this point, but finally we have her here. Geppetto is going to be a great complement piece to the Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket figures from last year. Lilo finally gets a figure, which is fitting for, again, the new Lilo and Stitch movie coming out last year. We have so many Stitches, and now we have a Lilo to accompany the alien. And there's even more Lion King representation in this set with a Cub Simba minifigure, one of 3 Simbas we've seen throughout this year, and the next one so happens to be number 3, 43247 Young Simba the Lion King. Now this is what I'm talking about. If you're a massive Lion King fan, this is your dream LEGO set. Some of these LEGO Animal 18+ style sets are hit or miss for me, but this one is a banger. He looks so good. The shaping, the part usage, the colors, everything about him is spectacular. I don't really have that much else to say, just look at him. He's beautiful. I mean, come on, it's the Lion King, man. Great set. Number 2, 21351 Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Growing up, I didn't really like this movie. I found it so weird and creepy, and I was very confused why they had scary stuff involved with a Christmas flick, but as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate it a lot more. The Nightmare Before Christmas is iconic, and I think it was about dang time LEGO actually gave us a set from this movie. And they mostly nailed it. I think it's a little bit too expensive at $200 despite a good price to part ratio, and we are missing an Oogie Boogie figure. That is a crime LEGO did not include that with this set. Other than that though, the builds are really good, the minifigures are really good, and if you're a mega fan of this film, you're going to be more than happy to have this set on display. It looks fantastic. And finally, we've reached the end of the video. My number 1 LEGO Disney set of the year is set number 43242, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs Cottage. A recurring theme throughout this video is finally LEGO gave us a set from this iconic property Disney has at their disposal. The Lion King, Encanto, Beauty and the Beast, all that sort of stuff. And once again, I have no clue why it took so long for them to give us a set from Snow White, the first ever feature-length animated film from Walt Disney. But it was more than worth the wait. This set is gorgeous. That cottage with the thatched roof, all the colors, the design techniques, mwah, chef's kiss. The side builds are also very good to create little vignettes from the Snow White movie, and speaking of, Snow White is a great figure, and we get the 7 dwarfs here. They look a little strange without their noses. I will actually hold some accountability for LEGO on that. Give noses for characters that have distinct noses, LEGO. But beyond that, I think this set is fabulous and a more than worthy best LEGO Disney set of 2024. And there you have it. That is my list. Please comment with your list down below. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day. And if you are so watching this on the last Thursday of November here in the United States of America, happy Thanksgiving. I hope to see you all next time. Peace out. God bless. Bye-bye.